Hello, I'm Joseph, and this is the commentary video of my final year project game called Lost Wasteland. So it's basically a 2.5D platformer with a lot of collectibles, but you also have a lot of mechanics such as wall jumping and double jumping, and then like holding spacebar to jump higher, all that in combination with a level that's made for those mechanics, so that if you master your skills in those mechanics themselves, then you'll be able to explore more of the level itself, leading you to basically collect everything that's been placed in the level. So with the level design, most areas you're able to get to, well, with a certain level of skill, you will get collectibles. So in this one, there is the normal coin collectible, and then an even higher level of collectible, which is the artifact, which is more rare. There's only 7 are placed around, and as you go on, they're placed in harder spots to attain. To assist with collecting all these, the player has a range of skills, such as, well, obviously the jump. Then, if you hold the spacebar, they can do a longer jump, I mean higher. Then there's the double jump, which is an extra power up the player gets. Then there's the wall jump, which is also another additional power up from exploring this cavern that the player attains. And with these, the players are able to get to places that normally they wouldn't be able to. Hence why I said a mastery of those skills and just using them will make it a lot easier on the player. The only issue is at first I did have the wall jump working a bit differently, but however, from playtest, it was a bit difficult for people to get a hang of it, where before it was you had to carry your speed and velocity with each jump. So if you jump on a wall really quickly, then you can use that to shoot yourself off into a higher distance. However, not everyone was getting that, so I just had to change it back to where the Z value was just what I set it to. There's also other aspects of the game, such as having immersive backgrounds, like having hazards that you could see coming towards you. In this case, it'd be the spike ball that I have in my level, but I wanted more, but the spike ball was like one of the simplest one I could say you make, and it was mainly inspired by Super Lucky's Tale, where it had similar spike type balls that you could see coming down from like a ramp towards the player, which would also build up the intensity, and the player would need to get ready to run or avoid the ball, which I felt was a good experience. There is also a lot of aspects which I couldn't implement, like more intricate puzzles, because currently the only puzzle I guess you could say is the pillars which activate the doors, but they're very linear at the moment, and it's in the critical path to complete the game. It's only the artifacts, which the player will actually need to go out their way to explore and collect, which are kind of like puzzles, but they're not really puzzles, they're just collectible, um, which which is just a time issue with me personally, but it's okay. And animations, they worked fine, like with the wall jump and hanging onto a wall. The animation for that worked better than I thought, which I was also quite happy with, as that was one of my goals, to understand animations more. Um, Another thing that I didn't get to do quite well was enemies, as currently in this one there is no enemies, as it would have just cost too much time. Instead, I wanted to focus more on the level design and making the player feel good controlling this character with his mechanics, which I thought worked well and was a better use of my time instead of working on enemy. But anyways, that is my game. I don't know why the UI has glitched to it. Normally it doesn't. But thank you for watching.